Here we are, Hellfest 2003 director commentary. We have Mike Skip Cassel sitting in, who was the audio mixer. Mike Hickey, audio engineer and recorder.
Go Skip.
Dave Anthem. Didn't really do anything. Oh, no, you were camera guy. Drew Levinson, editor.
Thank you.
Intern for a while.
Other guy.
Robbie Tassaro.
Hello.
Robs.
Who did a lot of the second stage camera work.
Robs.
And some main
Robbie.
stage. Enter Robbie. And Anderson Bradshaw, who is Hellfest 2000. Hello.
Did you say your
And
name?
also to my right is Doug Spangenberg,
Hey!
director of Hellfest 2003
Nice.
and 2002.
1
2 and 0.
Not 2000.
and 4.
So this is the DVD.
The DVD. This is probably the first time you're seeing it compiled since you were in Europe for a month.
It's true. I was.
Selling us out.
That's right. I
For
was.
bread and cheese.
All month I had bread and cheese.
Red Cord, big fan to the right.
Anthem.
Dave Anthem.
Anthem is a big fan.
3 fans.
Now who?
Oh, and Mike Hickey.
I like him too.
Don't forget Skip.
And Robbie.
And Skip.
Oh,
Right there, you're looking at the new drummer of Unearth, playing drums for Red Cord.
See the bassist is wearing a Bad Luck 13 shirt. I made that
Right.
shirt.
you made that shirt?
Yep.
I didn't know
You
that.
knitted it?
No, he printed it.
Oh.
This was one of the only bands I think that the B stage squad got a chance to be on the front stage.
That's right.
There's some others, but this is primarily one of the first.
You got Robbie there, and I think Baby's on the other side.
Anthem's on drums.
Yeah, Baby's on the other side.
This band got a good response.
Yeah, there's some cool
Robbie's
pylon.
white hat was getting a good response.
It was white back then.
Not white anymore.
Now mostly white.
A little blue.
Mostly yellow.
It's nice to see that the Hellfest tradition is kept alive in the metal scene with somebody in a metal band wearing sandals. The singer of this band is. It's good.
It's a summer atmosphere. Anything goes.
Yeah, it's 4th of July weekend.
And that other dude has a long hair and a beard, so I'm sure the singer's much more comfortable.
Yeah, it evens out.
If you see a beard at Hellfest, you gotta commend that person. That's total commitment.
Especially in the summer.
That's what I'm saying. Hellfest.
Yeah, Hellfest isn't a winter thing, it's a summer thing. These guys,
And that is the
Johnny-
first appearance
Johnny
of,
Ubiquitous.
the star of Hellfest 2003.
You might
The
see him
mascot.
3 or 17 times on this DVD.
Long dreads and passion.
blue bandana.
And red shirt. Red shirts were
And a
popular
red
this
shirt.
year at Hellfest, or that year at Hellfest.
Thanks for stealing my thunder.
Should have jumped on that quicker, Johnny.
I'm having.
Great story, Robbie.
Are you high?
I'm having hot flashes.
This was a cool year though, because this was the second year in the Cow Factory fairgrounds area, and but it was like the first year we worked with a lot of different people that have become kind of staples. Like Denise was the first.
Yep.
We met her, but this is the first time she worked on a project. Dave was the first time he worked on a project. Robbie, some other dudes.
What are those kids doing?
It's a pylon, Robbie.
Oh, man.
Yeah, this is really the jumping off point.
There's
for
the star
Robbie
again.
And Denise
And Dave.
and Dave.
Loved every minute of it.
It was also the swan song for certain people like Jonathan Buskey and a few others.
Was that Debo's last?
No, Busky was at Posse
It was
Numbers.
Devo's last.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
It was Debo's last.
Yeah.
Was Numbers before?
No, it was after that.
Yeah, that was the nail in the coffin for us.
That was a struggle.
D, talk about Biohazard for me.
I love Biohazard. They're probably one of my list of all-time favorite bands. They're up there.
And this is their first year at Hellfest?
Their first year, if you can believe that.
Surprising.
They should have played Blue Blood.
Danny Schuler mixed this audio.
Who's
The
that?
drummer,
Not Skip.
not Skip. Took it upon himself and we sent him the tracks and he sent us back something for 5.1. I think it came out good.
And who's that guest vocals? Scott Vogel?
Got Scott Vogel and Carl on bass and Doug Thug on guitar.
Air guitar.
Air guitar.
Not plugged in guitar.
He's having a good time out there. He's eye candy. I guess you could call that a wireless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he actually wearing a wireless, or I just assumed he wasn't plugged in?
No.
Because he had a shitty grin on his face the whole time. It made me think that he wasn't plugged in.
Great.
Yeah, but it's good to see. I think it's the first time I've seen Biohazard.
The first show I ever went to was Biohazard, actually.
Really?
Biohazard, Killing Time, and Super Doll.
Nice. Was that at New Jersey?
Yep, that was at City Gardens.
East Coast, West Coast, all one.
This is a good shot right here. You didn't see the black and white.
I see it. I'm seeing it right now.
Thoughts? Emotions?
It's a staple. No, it looks good.
This is the first year it's moved from the drums to another camera. I like it.
Drew, how do you feel about this?
I dig it.
Cool.
We're paying him per word, so if we could just not address him ananymore, it's too expensive.
Yeah.
There's Denise, yeah.
Someone else on camera right next to her. It's a monopod.
Is that Dur?
No, I was on the other side.
I'm wearing a really nice Old Navy shirt that's burned up.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Promise is conspicuously absent from this DVD and the Fest.
Yeah, but I was there.
And so is everyone else.
Yeah.
Fast and
Respect to Hellfest with
Nice.
Biohazard.
I like when people refer to Hellfest like as an actual person.
I'd like people to start using Hellfest as a verb.
Yeah.
All right, let's Hellfest.
Let's Hellfest. Yeah. Let's instead of let's do this Hellfest, let's just go straight to let's Hellfest.
On Earth.
These guys had some different members for this show.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dylan.
Dylan guitarist and
Dylan drummer.
Is it a
Old
fill-in
drummer.
or just their old drummer?
I would put him down
temporary.
as a temp.
He used to drum for Sworn Enemy, I think.
Yeah.
Hey, these guys are on Metal Blade now.
And we shot a video for them in stores now, Hot Topic, and Berry Distribution.
Plug.
Exclusively.
Plug.
Only 3 songs. There will be a longer plug DVD later on Metal Blade.
Plug.
This is not the first year they played Hellfest, but it's the first year they appeared on the Hellfest. We should have had them earlier.
When else did they play?
They played 2002, I know that.
They did the year before too at the Roller Ring.
Well,
We don't talk about that Hellfest.
Nope.
cut, paste. Paste into opiate. You want to remark on that sticker again, Robbie?
The kill sticker?
No, on the other side. Eat a dick?
Oh yeah.
Robbie's
His,
favorite sticker.
He holds his guitar up, says "Eat a dick." I've seen Mosh before. Anyone
There's some
know-
good
seen
jib
anyone else?
shots. That's one of them.
Mike the Jib guy.
Mike?
Oh, yeah.
I worked with him too as well.
Like
First time,
Braden.
yep, that's right.
a
He
good
said he
dude.
hadn't had so much fun since working with the Stones.
Stones.
That's a
man.
huge comment.
That is.
Compliment.
Yeah, that too.
Comment and compliment.
I would say Mike.
both acceptable.
I would say Mike Braden is owning it. He's owning the timeline on this edit.
That's a huge compliment. Owning a timeline.
Definitely.
And a huge comment. So people dance to this part.
Come
right
on,
after?
Hellfest this place.
You might see a couple kids dance during this part right here.
Anderson,
Some
when
kids are
editing
getting into
a
it.
lot of this footage, did you find that most of the good angles and originality came earlier in the day, and towards the end people are just wasted and not like reacting well on camera?
As far as the crowds go, like
the bipods? No, I mean like the camera.
the cameras. Yeah, I mean like just being one of the guys that was shooting. I know about like the last couple bands I did it. Like my arms would get tired and everything like that, and you kind of just. I don't know. It depends on the band too, because if a good band's playing, you kind of get into it a little bit more. But I don't know. A lot of times, if it's a good band though, you don't even have to do anything. Like, you just sit there and let the footage kind of speak for itself. You don't really have to create a shot. The shot's just there.
Luckily, we left all the bad bands off of the DVD, so all you have is good footage.
Fortunate for you guys.
Yeah, you guys looked out of that.
We didn't use any of the songs, but I remember people trying to grab the jib and like holding on to it and stuff, and thinking that at the end of the day, this is the first day. I thought Mike was gonna come up to be like, "Forget it, I'm not taping the rest of the weekend." But he loved it. He's like, "People are grabbing onto the camera. I hope you don't care. I don't give a fuck."
Walls of Jericho.
Welcome back.
First time back in years.
After 3 years, to come back and play a show like this is unreal.
Huge.
Pretty warm welcome.
Very warm.
I'd say it was hot.
I'd say it was hot.
Sweltering welcome.
Hot? Yes, well,
Almost
blistering.
blistering.
blistering. Humid. No?
A
The
little
night
watery.
was huge. Kids are going crazy for this song, and it's brand new.
Yeah, it wasn't even close to being out yet, was it?
No.
A moment of silence.
Moment of
for
silence.
Walls
I
of
think,
Jericho.
yeah, we're just captured by the moment here.
Drew, what are your thoughts and feelings in this one?
That was a sweet
That's
cannonball.
another $1.
Cannonball drop. Sweet.
I just remember getting mauled throughout this whole set. There's Andre. I guess he's one of the band. He went to the Dave Anthem School of Videography.
Camera hog.
If you're not in the middle of the stage, you're not getting good angles. Nah, of course, Andre did a fabulous job. Thanks a lot for coming out and
thanks.
helping us out.
Also, the production assistant,
Bennett,
Bennett.
Bennett
Bennett.
from DC?
I think he was.
He's from DC,
Yeah.
or he was.
He did a really good job. I know
He
this
did.
because I only got to talk to him once the whole weekend.
Yeah.
I think so. Like he was really running around.
He was in charge of getting all the contracts signed and waivers and this, that, and the other thing, and he busted his ass.
He also put a new tape in a jib camera.
That's right.
Which is harder than you think it would be.
Yeah.
Because like
Almost a
we
two-man
can't really
job.
bring the camera down, so we just kind of hoist him up on like one of those pool stick things in like midair. You don't really
I
get to see
thought-
it. Yeah.
I thought he had a jump.
This is a band that may not fit the mold of the Hellfest Hardcore Festival, but had a great reaction and went over really well, despite some people of different political affiliations.
Shall we say?
Yeah. I mean, when you're a political band, you have to be ready to
Yeah.
hear it. So I think they handled it well, and I'm really happy to have them on the DVD.
Yeah, great band. They got a lot to say.
The drummer's tongue freaked me out when I was editing that.
Yeah.
Like you're editing late night and you look at him and you think he's looking right at you.
Yeah, his tongue's wiggling everywhere. I mean, it kind of freaked me out, but at the same time, I don't know.
You got a little excited, maybe?
I don't want to say I got excited, but like, I don't know, something that I didn't feel before kind of came up. So I don't know how to take that, but
Kind of came up.
no,
Or
we're taking
kind of
things out of
came.
context here.
You're just digging a hole now there.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well,
Oh,
There it is.
Anderson loves the drum shots.
It's true.
At times he wouldn't even edit. He'd go, Doug, what do you think? It's a little experimental. What do you think of this? Anderson, that's just the drumming. I know. It's great.
Revolutionary.
I don't know if that was experimental or just lazy.
Well, I'm just trying to, bring it to the next level of laziness.
You're committed to laziness.
I am. I like to project aura of laziness wherever I go.
Hey, but you wearing a camouflage? No. All right. Here comes another jib moment.
Good shot.
This thing.
That's
Raise your
awesome.
fist in the air and shoot. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta take a chance, you know.
Did the drummer do it the whole
Scared
song?
money doesn't make money.
That's right.
Did he really?
He did it the whole set.
The whole set?
Did he?
And Lockjaw.
Anthony, you're helping out.
What
on
were you,
this
what were you
little
picking
stagehand.
up over
I do
there?
what I can.
What was that?
I
Penny?
think it was the bass drum mic. A second
floor?
is a bass drum mic technician.
I
don't
didn't give
know.
you
I don't
credit
know
for
what
that.
it
I
was.
hope you don't mind.
You didn't. That's not a surprise. I'm often overlooked.
And I didn't give you credit for Camry.
That's okay. As long as you gave me credit for stage.
I don't think we missed any credits, but I'm sure after this thing comes out, someone will be
Did you put Guav on there?
well, Guav, straight edge weapon,
Guav DNA straight edge weapon.
live journal.
What did he do?
Camera.
Oh yeah.
He, never mind. I won't say it. I like Guav. He's
well,
great.
I like him too, but that's
don't get
never
Anderson started.
that's never like prevented me from before.
Nah, if I start, I won't stop. I'll go on from Guav to somebody else, and then I'll get in trouble.
Lamb of God.
Lamb of
Great
God.
fucking band.
Absolutely. Speaking of which, speaking of plugs,
Plug.
we did
Don't
a.
they have a DVD out?
Yeah,
Oh,
as a
that's
matter
funny
of
that you
fact,
say that, Hickey.
Really?
DVD called Terror and Hubris in stores now, $9.99. You can't beat that.
That price is
For a DVD,
For a full
not
HD.
VHS, DVD.
A lot of features on it. If you're gonna buy it and you're gonna watch it, turn on the commentary. You won't be disappointed.
Those guys.
the shit these guys say
Hilarious.
is fucking hilarious.
If you listen to the commentary in the beginning, you know they're saying some good stuff. Towards the end, it's just ridiculously funny, and that could be because throughout the night they were drinking beer in our kitchen.
This is Thursday we had Lamb of God. Second, third. I don't know.
What, Hellfest?
It's the second Hellfest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They always have a good reaction to Hellfest. That's amazing. There's more Hellfest footage on that Terror and Hubris stuff. What, Ruin and parts of other songs. But a whole song of all of Ruin is from Hellfest.
Yeah.
On the Wall of Death.
Little Wall of Death in there. Denise was owning the timeline on
She definitely was.
This is her, as she goes, Lamb of God is called her love. So that's why.
Is that what she said?
Yeah, she goes, Lamb of God is my love. Well, she loves filming. A lot of the footage that we used for the live footage that wasn't fest-based footage was probably most likely Denise's. So she helped out a lot as far as footage goes.
Yep. Let's give it a hand.
Hey,
Yeah, all right.
sure, why not?
She's awesome!
We're lurking through this crowd right now.
Saturday.
Find some
This is a little bit of Big E's interviews.
2003.
Big E, if you don't recognize him, Dirk,
He's from shows.
and
This is Josh
Concert
from Gillis
events.
Girls. That's Nate
Mostly
of
shows.
Converge.
Now, this weekend,
Thomas
it was really interesting. In the history of High Roller Studios, we always want interviews and DVDs, but for some reason, it's always the one thing that, I don't know, it just kind of, it can get really weird. And for this one, it was interesting because we wanted Big E to do it. He's seriously like one of the funniest people I've ever met in my
he's
life.
a character.
But at the same time, he likes just hanging out, and he did this for one day, and he just kind of didn't want to do it anymore. So like through the rest of the weekend, we were just trying to find different people to interview. But the stuff that we did get of him is, I think, pretty good.
The idea of doing interviews is fun and kind of cool, but then when you start doing it, it's like a job,
Yeah.
and it's tough. But for the footage, I think the footage that we have of him, we use probably 80% of it.
Oh, definitely. Like
Just 'cause it's just so funny.
I think if we had a chance to see through it, we could have, like, if I could have just encouraged him a little bit more, I think he would have stuck with it. But
You know what? I think that
got-
when he realized that it wasn't all that much fun, then it was over.
Yeah.
I don't blame him. I'd like to give him a microphone again this year and just have him walk around and just do anything that he wants, you know?
I just think we should put a mic on him. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like a hidden mic. Like he doesn't even know.
On like the tip of his hat?
Yeah.
Eminem, who said he's from Detroit.
That would be funny.
What's the word?
What's up, man? Big E in the house?
I'm doing what I can do to help out the Hellfest. You're looking at pretty much.
I hope that
Hellfest right here. This is
the viewers
Josh.
of this DVD will
He's
realize
killer,
what
he's
a
gray hair,
American
and of
treasure
course,
Big
like
E
everyone
truly
else
is.
at Hellfest,
He
he's really good looking.
he's I don't know. He's the working man's Dick Clark, I think.
Big E, coolin', or at least fucking
Trying to.
And then there's Josh Grabell. Nothing positive to say about that guy.
Yeah.
Psych. You know this dude.
Yeah.
Don't you owe him money or something for another
No.
Victim
That was some other dude, I think.
Oh.
But and either way, we paid that dude finally, like 3 years later. Mike Ski.
You better watch.
I'm gonna lay off Mike Ski this Hellfest. Well, he was the commentary last one. So
yeah, it's hard to make fun of him when he's sitting across the table.
Nah, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, that's true.
But
you might recognize Mike Ski from such commentaries as last year and interviews. He was last year's interviewer.
That's right.
We like to burn through them. Next year, I think Grail and Justin Brandon are going to do it.
Good.
What band's he in?
Mike Ski? He's in the AKAs. We're watching him.
Justin Brandon.
Rob, he's on TV right now. You just gotta watch.
Oh, fine.
Oh, Brothers Keeper, too.
Right.
Something to prove.
Drew, comments on this?
This is the first band I captured, actually. This is
The first thing you did?
This is the first footage I worked.
There was a bounty on their head, and he had a van and a shotgun. Went out and got him, brought him back.
Dude, it is a bitch to put Mike Ski in a cage. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
He's squirrely.
Yeah. You look at him, he's a little skinny guy, man, you know?
Sneak out. The thought of Drew showing up in a band's rehearsal space.
In one of those,
You're
like,
coming with me.
In one of those like jungle hats,
come on.
like those white jungle hats on his head,
Like the dude from
like
Jumanji.
Safari style. Yeah. Raw blooded.
Jumanji, what a great movie. The best.
I think Robin Williams actually appears in this video. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
He'd be too hot at Hellfest.
Hey, there's Robbie. Hi, Rob.
Yeah, wait a minute. My hat matches my shirt. Look at that.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you videotaped these guys. We tag team up there, me and you.
Drew, did you edit this too?
Spangles.
No, I didn't.
I think you did.
You did, man.
I'm so burnt out, man. Yeah, I guess I did do this. Are you sure? I think you did this.
Anthem, are you who, me? Yeah, I might have done
I
this
edited 2 bands. I think I remember.
Okay, so maybe I did do it.
Ed Gein and One Line Drawing?
Yep.
I probably did this one.
No, you didn't do any of them.
What?
No. You did like, the end. You touched
Re-edit?
stuff up. Yeah, the re-edits, but you didn't do any band edits.
You sure I didn't do this one?
Pretty sure.
Okay, let's talk about Dave Anthem and his Guava's taping him right now. Look at him.
Target shirt.
Yeah. Dave, when we did the Unearthed DVD, if you watch it, he's just about in every shot. And he wears a white t-shirt, and he's super tall and draws attention to himself. You can see him in such magazines as Revolver and wore a target on his chest for Hellfest 2003. Such an attention.
There he is.
Wasn't it him and In Flames and Revolver together?
Yeah, that's right. Look for the hidden commentary for more on that. It's hard to do this thing twice.
It's hard to watch this band without forgetting memorable experiences of them in New York City filming.
We shot a video for them, and go ahead, Dave.
Which was fun, but it was rigorous because we had a small crew, and we had poorly rigged equipment at some points, and it was a long day. It was about a 20-hour day.
Angry extras.
Angry extras.
Angry foreign extras.
A director who didn't like my peanut butter and deodorant sandwiches.
That sucked.
Who's this? The Bouncing Souls?
Try again. Autopilot off.
Autopilot off.
Another of the
Never heard of this band.
bands that don't really fit the Hellfest mold, right, those?
Yeah, they may not exactly fit, but
They did good.
yeah, they did real well.
They wouldn't be on the DVD if they hadn't.
Every band that didn't think they'd fit Hellfest had a great response.
Absolutely. I think
This
a lot of
band-
bands are intimidated by the. Hold on. What?
No, I was just gonna say this band is formerly known as Cooter.
That's right.
Thanks for
I
interrupting.
like Cooter.
Well, now you do.
Yeah, I think a lot of bands
No
are
one is half the
intimidated
band.
by playing Hellfest because it's more or less a hardcore show. But
I think the name
contrary
scares
to
them, too.
Anthem's opinion, I think these bands go over pretty well. Dave just wants to go out there, stand in the middle of the stage, and watch people mosh.
I do, and I usually do. And for that, I've gotten a lot of airtime.
I wish I had the time to go through and just calculate how much time is spent by you.
Next year, there's going to be a supplemental Anthem DVD along with the Hellfest DVD. It's going to come out.
That'll actually be released through Criterion. You wish.
I do wish. That'd be a 4 DVD set. I think Debo's filming this band.
I think he is.
Drummer from The Promise. Good with a video
Nope.
camera as well.
Wrong.
Yes, he is. He's on the
Robbie.
side. He's on the side. He's not
Robbie's
filming
doing
drums.
Does Robbie have a tape in
This
his
is
camera?
Debo's camera right here.
No.
That's
Yeah,
Robbie's
there it is.
I
camera.
told
okay.
you Debo was up there.
Oh no, Debo's in his side.
He's right there.
Oh, he keeps on moving.
He's right there. Look. He's in.
He's dynamic.
See, that's the problem with these camera guys. They just move back and forth.
No, I think this is Derek's camera.
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
Debo
yeah.
angle.
Well, where am I?
Good angle.
Yeah, where are you? You're probably eating nachos in the trailer.
I am. They were good.
Those nachos were awesome.
They were awesome.
And
you talking
unlike
about the
today,
nachos?
not unlike today's nachos, I spilled them all over my shirt.
And your face too. They were all on my
And
face.
your pants.
Go
Isn't
vegan.
that all you ate that weekend is nachos?
Me?
Yep, that's right.
Doug.
I started eating nachos on Friday, ate nothing but nachos on Saturday, and went for the trifecta.
That's Sunday, to you
That-
layman.
That's a total commitment right there.
That is TC on the nachos. I'd be eating nachos wondering why my face is on fire, and then I realized there's hot sauce all over my cheek. It's a good story.
Hey, Doug. Why don't you talk,
Hey, Dennis.
why don't you talk about these transitions that you did?
All right, we're just trying to keep. We're going for a look of more or less, kind of like a zine photocopy look with the red and the black.
used to
Red
do a
is
zine.
the obvious color for Hellfest, since hell, fire, hot.
I'm still not getting it.
Yeah, where are we going with that one?
I like red.
I like red too.
Anderson wears so many red T-shirts that
Just
it's
rubs off on
Anderson
rubbed
likes
off on
red.
me.
Anthem never will be seen in the red T-shirt.
Yeah, I can't really pull off a red T-shirt.
Red-
I've got one.
Red is the new black.
Till the end here, nice straight edge band. Not afraid to
Another red shirt.
be a little controversial.
Now,
That drummer's hilarious.
yeah, I don't know. I
what
forgot
a
how much of
horrible
the
guy.
interview stuff we used for him.
Just about all of it.
Yeah.
Well, probably not all of it.
No, not all of it, because he seriously went out. He was just ranting and raving for like 15 minutes. He's doing a stand-up or something like that. I don't know. He was funny. He was really funny.
I didn't really touch your edits for until the end.
Yeah, a lot of stuff I had to cut out just time constrictions, but dude was funny.
Isn't
John Wiley?
Didn't the singer quit or move just doing his other band full time?
Word is on the street that is a truism.
I think Until the End's always been like a part-time band though, as far as I know.
Yeah, they've never
Yeah.
been a full time.
They're looking for a new singer now, though.
Oh really?
Part-time band
Yeah.
with a full-time commitment.
right to the edge.
That's right.
These guys are from Florida, right?
Florida,
South Florida.
deep south.
Way to go, Hickey.
Is that not Florida, or
No,
Still Florida.
It's like Key West.
yeah, these guys from Key West.
they're living it up in the sun down
Hi.
I think that guy's from the
Perpetual
Virgin
spring
Islands.
break.
Drew, thoughts, emotions?
there? He's a rock.
Robbie's got such a blank face on him now. Look at him. Well, now he's
Taking
smiling.
it all.
Now this was the first weekend I met Robbie, and I immediately started calling him Dustin because he looks like Dustin Hoffman. And
And about 2 hours after I met Doug Spangenberg, I slept in the same bed with him.
He thinks that's weird. I'm
I'm
cool with it.
I don't think it's weird. I think it's cool.
I just like how I slept.
likes
It's like I got to sleep at my parents' house. That was nice.
About 24 hours after that, I was having a phone thrown at my head
Yeah.
through two plates of glass.
Well, we were hanging out in the jacuzzi.
We were in a jacuzzi together, bunch of dudes. It was,
Yeah.
it was an odd time.
It's a dude pile. Yes.
And
One of my
Dubs.
favorite sets of Hellfest.
Now, what does he say here? Hold on.
Blah. Talk to me. I think he says talk to me, or
I think he says
blah to me, blah to me.
bounce,
Give it to me.
bounce with me, bounce with me.
I think it says bounce to this. No?
Very energetic.
Yes. We were talking about their set at Posy numbers last year.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty cool. Ask Busky.
We played with these guys in Toronto, and they covered Beastie Boys' "Fight for Your Right to Party" while we were there. We, as in The Promise. I'm sorry. And they covered Beastie Boys' "Fight for Your Right to Party," and like they had all their friends come out, like drinking beer and throwing bottles and stuff.
Did they hit somebody? Very questionable.
Somebody hit somebody. I don't know who hit anybody, but the dude that they hit was not happy about being hit, and he let everyone. He pretty much shut the party down, I guess you want to say. But
Andrew WK would be pissed.
Yeah. What? It's party time.
To party?
It might be. It's party time.
Hey, you.
Let's party. Don't even try to deny it.
Something. Party tonight. Okay.
Cassel, you love this band. When you saw the video from these guys, you were owning it.
I definitely was owning it.
Is your mic on?
Speaking to the mic. It might be on.
Step up to the mic.
It's good times. These guys were
All right,
easy to mix.
Hellfest. It's our first time. Make us feel welcome.
Is this the guy who had the your favorite quote of Hellfest, Doug? What's up, you lazy motherfucker?
No, that's First Blood.
Oh, my bad.
What a quote.
Yeah,
You're
if
bad.
you get a chance to take this disc out, not now, but later, and listen to First Blood, Carl says, "What's up, you lazy motherfuckers?" And everyone is clearly destroying the place, which is great. He's got high standards. Heck had a big weekend, once again.
Yeah. Chuck
He
Hickey.
goes out there, gives it 110%.
He does. He's a rock. Matt Toby and Chuck Hickey were the pit dudes.
Oh, yeah. That is not a job you want to apply for.
It's not one I'll never do. I won't do it. I won't do 2 shows in one night, babe. I won't do it.
Yeah, they for the most part had to hold a camera above their head at Hellfest in the sweaty, stinky crowd for half the day because they split it up.
New Jersey band.
I always say, "Oh, you want to be pit cam?" And they're like, okay, cool." This band brought the girls. The chicks were into My Chemical Romance that weekend, for sure.
Yeah. It was a small van, too, so they really packed them in.
There weren't that many girls, but they all traveled up with My Chemical Romance. There's I keep trying to figure. I thought that we had like pretty designated camera crews for like A and B, but I keep looking up here and seeing like different people shooting in different spots. So there's Busky on the drums, and Andre is on that camera right there.
I think, well, it was kind of like a lot of the bands that were early on in the day, it was kind of mixed up because
That's you right there.
Well, yeah, I'm hanging, but some people showed up late. Some people showed up
Eating nachos.
We're
in
eating
the RV.
nachos, yeah. So
Matt Gross was on main stage for a little while. Matt and Robbie were primarily second stage, so when you're watching that,
they were B stage buddies. So
they were B stage buddies. Was anyone else over there?
No.
Did you tell me some experience? We got some time here. Some B stage experience. How was that? Did you guys have fun over there?
Yeah, it was hot and dirty, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of good bands.
Who was the standout? I know you liked
Standout.
Murder by Death.
Yeah, Murder by Death. With Honor, also on there. Great set. Lot
Murder
of
by
energy.
Death, another Eyeball band here. You
Like
get a
you
chance
said,
by
yeah.
everything that Eyeball has released.
Eyeball.
Eyeball.
Plug.
Not Pieball.
Not Eyeball.
Plug.
But buy their stuff too.
I'm done with the B stage stuff.
Comeback Kid.
Yeah, Comeback Kid also. Thank you, dude. Champion. Champion.
Comeback Kid. Anthem. Come on. Comeback Kid was recorded at Dur's request.
Yes,
For
it
you
was.
watching at home, that's Anderson.
I like to think I have a vision sometimes, and
Step away from the mic. And a loud voice in the microphone.
They've done pretty well this year.
yeah, I think they've done really well, and I'm glad that they got to be a part of this DVD.
Me too. At Busky's request, Figure 4 was recorded, so
well, similar
give him,
members of that.
props. I think that they've pretty much taken a hiatus, though.
They're still doing stuff, but Comeback they share the same members as Comeback Kids, so Comeback Kids seems to be the main focus as of now. But I think Figure 4 is still definitely around.
Dave, what are your thoughts? This is your first Hellfest recording it.
Well,
Give me some insight into what is
a different
Anthem.
experience filming as opposed to watching or getting your ass kicked off the stage by some huge bouncer. You
Dude, I just want to stand in the middle.
Right, and I try and get a lot of video time, and it was a lot easier this year with unlimited access to the stage. Finally, I was able to be on stage a lot more. So that was great for me.
You always wanted to be.
Right, exactly. No, I mean filming. It's not as easy as it looks. You know, I mean it's fun though. It's a fun job. I mean you can ask for a better thing to do at Hellfest and see a ton of good bands and get to put something like this together, be a part of it. So I would definitely do it again in the future, if only to be on a DVD again.
There he is.
There he is. He's wearing a different shirt. But
Speaking of ubiquity,
I don't know when it. I don't know what happened, but
That guy's a Dave Anthem in training.
I didn't notice him after the first 10 bands. It wasn't until like band 25 that like I realized this guy is everywhere.
Owning the timeline.
And he knows
He is
every
owning the
single
fest.
word.
And you know what?
He does.
We can make fun of him, but you know what? This dude got his money's worth.
yes, he did.
He did.
And then some.
Yeah.
He sang a lot of wrong lyrics as well this week, and I watched him
Did
sing
he?
along, and he did not know some of them, but he pretended to. It was good.
But
That's all that matters.
it's the price of fun, Dave.
Just look good.
Oh, he enjoyed himself.
Dave, can you put a price on fun? There's Big E walking around in the back.
He's having fun.
He was doing an interview with a drummer while the set was going on.
Dude, can we get an interview? Not now. Can we get an interview now?
Drew, thoughts, emotions?
No.
This is Further Seems Forever, former most members of Strong Arm, another band from
Really?
Florida. Florida on here.
I like Strong.
Strong Arm was a great band, and these guys have grown in popularity. They have a new lead singer. This singer is no longer with them.
Can you confirm that?
What?
Are you 100% on that?
On what?
That he's not with them
Yeah.
anymore?
Yeah. It's in. I have a magazine actually.
Are you in it?
You know what? I'm not in that issue.
Then I'm not.
I was in the hospital for a month. I couldn't be in it.
But he's in that shot.
But there I am.
True.
Owning the timeline.
This is the band that
That's nice that this came up today.
Yeah.
this band propelled Chris Carrabba, I think is his name. Dashboard Confessional. He was their
Who?
first singer. Can we say that? Is that 5 cents?
That's 5 cents.
Oh shit! Sorry.
The drummer from this band also used to be in Shai Hulud.
That is correct, Mike Hickey.
Yep.
If you look later in the set, the current drummer of Shai Hulud
Is
playing
watching
air drums behind
watching the former drummer
Right.
of Shai Hulud.
him. Taunting, if you will.
Multi-generational Shai Hulud family.
There he is right there. Denise is owning the platform over there.
Yeah, she took that over.
That's me. Is that me?
No, that's Andre.
Is that me? No, that's some guy.
No.
No, I don't know how to play drums.
Oh wait, look in the RV. Is someone eating an eggplant parm? Oh, that's you.
Yeah, that's me.
Doug, why don't you talk about directing something like this? How much that work that takes, into putting something like this together?
Directing or producing?
Producing, directing,
Let's,
filming, doing it all.
One thing let's talk about before Doug gets into this is the whole definition of directing and producing in High Roller Studios is kind of a weird. It's a gray area.
Well,
The whole thing, I think it's like a deducer. I think it's what you are. You're a deducer.
I like to let the talent
Or
find
Prorector.
their way.
A Prorector would be nice too.
I'm more of a guider in this crazy mixed up world. As far as directing, I don't give much direction except for be on stage on time and
Get out of the
don't
fucking
suck
shot.
and get out of the fucking way.
So it's like if Hellfest was Poltergeist, and you'd be like the light, and I'd be like Carol Ann, and I'd
You're
have to
more
go.
of the little weird troll woman, just in general.
Look into the light.
And I want to be the dude that takes his face off in front of the mirror.
Oh yeah. With the saw, with this meat rotting in the kitchen.
And Robbie, you're the clown.
That movie scared the shit out of me
And,
as a kid.
and Dave, you're the tree.
No, Dave's coach. Dave's definitely coach.
Coach.
I don't see that. He's more the wife than anything else.
Yeah, you are the wife.
Well, back to Hellfest. Do you find yourself satisfied after putting something like this together? Is it worth all the work that goes into it?
You know, with any project, you'd like to see a little bit more. But I think that this thing came together really well. The first year we had the jib, and I was just calling up jib guys in upstate New York, telling them what the job was, and
We
had
got
a few
lucky.
people, and we really did, because he shot a lot of bands and had a long day for not a lot of money.
Yeah.
But clearing the bands for Hellfest and talking to labels and managers has always been a production, because it's a lot of people, but you know, the attitude towards the fest is pretty good.
And
everyone
each
knows what it's
DVD gets
about.
progressively better.
I'd like to think so.
Just
The
from one
audio
humble
is
opinion.
leaps and bounds above anything we've done.
Yeah, this is definitely the first year we've had a really good audio setup.
When the batteries were working.
The batteries.
That's
are
just the
working.
crowd.
And just as far as everything we did in
He
post-production,
gets so pissed about that.
this was the first year that we really had our
I didn't set those mics.
our
up.
act together as far as just like storing video. Like this is the first year. This is the first thing we ever did with a server.
That's right. We have an X-Raid now. We have a huge server that we keep all the footage on. It used to be me and Anderson in his bedroom and my extra room in the house
In our underwear.
in our underwear, which was kind of nice.
Not together.
No, go with it. Own
okay.
it.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, we were in our underwear.
Okay.
And he would walk into my room with a drive, and I would give him another drive. We'd just go swapping back and forth, or
They would swap drives back and
we'd
forth.
swap
all night.
drives in our underwear all night.
You guys also had that file server once.
Yeah, we had a file server that was connected through just regular Ethernet.
Thanks to me.
But that was for nudie pictures.
Oh, they weren't.
No, they weren't.
No, they weren't.
That's a lie. It's a lie.
So,
What band is this?
this is one
One
line
line
draw.
draw.
This is the second band.
Dave, if you look at the beginning of each band, there's a little title that tells you what the name of the band is.
Oh, I thought those were the song titles.
No.
That's the band.
Both.
The band's on there too. The both of them are. Yeah. This is Drew did this.
This is
That's right.
Yeah, he said that like 5 minutes ago. When you,
Did you
interrupted
really?
him.
yeah, when you talked over me.
Who, me?
It's cool though.
I can't hear you.
No, it was Anderson.
I talked over you.
Yeah.
Well, that's a surprise.
Well, I think I paid you back by bringing it back up. So
Yeah, it's
I don't know why you're being all sore about it.
He was making me sore.
Robbie, why you
Give me a
start
back
shit,
rub.
man?
Let's just talk about Drew's edit on this. I think
Yeah.
this is your first one, or was Ed Gein?
This is Ed Gein was my first, and this is my second. And then I did one more. I did Murder by Death.
This was his sophomore end.
You
part, if
finished
will.
Murder by Death. You didn't do the whole thing.
No, I did the whole thing.
You did?
The Medley of Evil.
No, I did the first half.
No, you. He had to.
Oh, you
do the whole
restart.
thing,
You
yeah.
did it
Yeah,
all over.
I did the whole thing.
You never
12-minute
sent
song.
a boy to do a man's job, I guess.
I guess, no? No, this came out really well, though, I thought.
You and Denise are both in the 3-point position, ready to sack the quarterback. Imagine if you
That's a
both
good
just
shot.
sacked Jonah at the same
Tackle.
time. It would be so
He would
weird.
you could either do two things. He'd either like just fall on the ground and explode, or like he would turn into like the Hulk or something, like
No
Bruce
way,
Banner
that
style.
dude, I can guarantee you would not
makes
be
an
able to
appearance
sack him.
later.
He is fast.
Yeah, he is fast.
When he starts bebopping and scatting around the stage, there's no way you'd be able to.
Skidoo!
There's R2D2.
He's got
Plus he's
fast
got
feet.
R2 on his side.
R2 owning the timeline.
R2 is owning the audio files.
He stole the spotlight from me on the stage during this band.
Muskie did.
Is this a reference to Refused?
Are you on this?
What, filming?
Yeah.
No.
We danced all the wrong songs. And Can I Scream?
I don't know.
Go ahead.
What's going
I
on?
think it was a little.
You're out?
I'm out.
Hold on,
Oh,
hold
I'm
on.
back in. Back in. Okay.
Thank you. Glad to have you back, Robbie.
Some things never change here at High Roller Studios.
Up and running.
I really like the jib shots in this.
Yeah. beautiful.
Yeah. You just went ahead and said it, didn't you?
I just, real happy with those jib shots.
I think Drew's in love with Denise. This is a very long Denise angle. Oh.
Denise owning.
I love her without even ever meeting her.
You met her at Skating Center.
Well, yeah. I did this before Skating Center.
Okay. How about that?
You had an idea that you would.
Speaking of skating, sir, can we have a DVD for that coming out?
Hey, as a matter of fact, we do.
Plug.
Hopefully that'll
Plug.
be out by Christmas, but on the High Roller Studios timeline, that's probably more like March.
Plug.
All right.
At least we're
May.
realistic.
Yeah. It's not the videos that take that long. It's just clearing all the bands and making sure everybody's
There's a lot of things involved.
There's a lot of people to
A lot
make
of red
happy.
A lot
tape.
of
A lot of
ins,
hard.
outs, what have you.
This is a bureaucracy.
I'll keep coming. I'm gonna go write some records. You wanna hear Airplanes? You wanna hear 9 Miles?
Jonah definitely has a lot of good things to
We'll do
say and
these
write
in
some
one way or
interesting
another.
lyrics and
If you show up and we show up,
Agreed.
that's the best.
fits in at Hellfest without
Thanks
question.
everybody.
And you'll see him during Thursday's set as well.
As long as we can clear that song.
As long as that song's good.
Jesus Christ, you're having this. What? Are you in?
I'm in.
Enough messing with your headphones.
I'm not even touching it.
There he goes.
Wait till he takes that guitar off. If you're able to watch the Thursday footage, all over the place. It's great.
What's that, Skip?
Yeah, is this mic even
Skip?
on?
He's using the same mic I am.
Yeah.
How profound.
I think he's coming out of the right channel of the headphones. Maybe.
What?
More red shirts. More red shirts. Anderson is loving it. What does Justin call you?
Rouge?
Mr. Rouge.
When he first called you Justin from Most Precious Blood and interviewer for the New England Metal Fest and possibly Hellfest 2004. Plug. He called you out on wearing red shirts all the time, and you got real defensive about it.
Well,
no, I don't.
It wasn't.
Are you wearing a red shirt now? And you're on the phone. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't so much defense. It was like a self-realization kind of thing. Like he helped me work through it and see that I liked red. I didn't know
R2.
that I liked red.
Oh, here we go. I love that shot of
R2.
R2. That's why all the transitions are red for you there.
One of my favorite bands ever, right here.
Yeah, these guys are great.
This is the only band that I'll talk about smoking pot.
I remember. Yeah.
They have a line in that song. It's the only band that I'll sing along to that talks about smoking
Oh, that
weed.
you'll sing along to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sing along to it too, and then I remember talking to Aaron about it. Be like, now I know what it's
Feels
like for
like
kids
this
who sing along to straight edge
straight edge
songs, and
that are
then
straight
feel
edge.
weird about it. It's
Right.
like I feel weird singing along to songs about smoking weed, but I can't help it because the songs are really good.
Exactly.
Not a great
No. There's a lot of mediocrity in the stage dive arena at Hellfest.
Yeah.
But then there's
I
also
wouldn't
some
say
really
that.
good
There's
ones.
some top
There's some
notch.
good
I
ones,
just said
but you
there's some
gotta
really good
realize
ones.
that people are going apeshit all weekend. So once or
Also,
twice,
also you got to realize,
heck, always a good stage.
you got to take a chance out there, man. Not every stage dive's gonna be top notch. Sometimes, you hit landmines and
Yeah.
people's chords, and
You'll
sometimes
hit a puddle.
you chick in at the last second.
I don't know why you're making excuses for the mediocrity that I was talking about earlier.
You know what's never good too is when you're ready to go and then someone cuts you off and a hole opens up.
It's kind of like a deer caught in headlights. It's a scary thing.
And you just gotta go, and then you do the thing where you just jump and land on your feet anyway.
Yeah,
That
it's
sucks.
really weird.
Ooh. Big E performance on the Hot Topic third disc. Dude, remember when you used to think that dude did the jump off of
the dude's shoulder?
Dude's shoulder, and we
He had
watched
us
it in slow
convinced.
motion. You had us convinced.
I had it convinced, and then I looked and I saw that 4
faking
people
out
had no
some poor
legs, and I
bastard.
realized that there was another stage there.
He
if
did
you go
not,
ba-
in
if
fact,
you
jump
fast-
off the guy's face.
Rewind back and freeze frame that, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
JC was back there punking out a bunch of kids. I would give him the realistic Hellfest MVP.
Yeah.
Good stage
A
dive.
cumulative.
Yeah, and he's
cumulative
helping
effort.
other people to get
Exactly.
good stage dives. See also Terror.
He's not a taker
Coming up
giver
soon.
as well.
Not a talker.
Not a top.
Bleeding through.
California band making their second appearance at Hellfest.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's
Mike
right.
Hickey could not be more of a fan.
I love this band.
You do. Me
got-
too, I like
These guys got a pretty good reaction.
They dress in black. There's keyboards. I'm down.
Bass player's cool.
Yeah, he's definitely got...
Cool flips.
All these guys got some signature... Here's one.
Yeah, the roll.
The bass player does the side flip.
They could use a red t-shirt though, I think.
If they would wear a little bit of red, Hickey, the transformation...
Actually, now they do.
If they had red sneakers, Hickey would love them.
Oh, man.
In this footage, they have their keyboardist, this girl Molly Street, but since then she left the band.
Birthday, April 20th.
Yeah.
Favorite food, snacks.
Dislikes.
She moved to England. They have this girl Marta in the band now. She wears red.
She actually moved to, she moved to England.
Yeah. Her address is currently...
That's sad.
That is sad.
Because he knows all the dudes' addresses, too.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
even sad.
Because he likes dudes.
Hey.
Hey, I mean, you can like a dude.
I
like dudes.
Dudes are cool.
Dudes
Nah.
are dudes, man.
Dudes are assholes.
Dudes are assholes. Ask Beatty, he knows.
All right, Hellfest. This is a personal
Let's
invitation
Hellfest.
to fuck
Let's
some shit up.
Hellfest this.
Here we go.
Here we go.
And
What's
play.
up?
Yeah. I did that in the office today.
Yeah, right. Maybe when you were reaching for a donut, you fell over.
Those are hard to reach, damn it.
Singer.
He's happy.
No more donuts for you.
You tripped over something today and it brought down like the whole.
Papa John's?
No, I almost
No
tripped.
thanks. I'll just have donuts.
I almost
I'll
brought
just
down
donut.
High Roller Studio.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Who's this? Oh.
Probably Terror? I'd say, I go on a limb and say this is probably one of the biggest bands in hardcore right now.
And
Agreed.
has come so far.
Worked very hard for everything they've got. Nothing but respect for this.
This is Scott Vogel's
Absolutely.
first band.
You said that the first time. I didn't think it was...
Yeah,
I did not say that the first
Somebody
time.
did.
I plugged all his bands last time.
Oh, yeah.
he says that it's his
Here
first
comes the
band in the
brutal
interview.
Does he really?
Yeah. He's like,
Oh,
he goes,
because
I'm
Evan has no idea.
He's like, I'm a new Jack. This is my first
Skip
band.
the
Yeah,
air.
that was a good.
Where's the jump on the face thing? Did I miss that?
That was
I'll tell you.
Death Threat.
Okay.
Tim Bohr's in the background there, and he had never heard Terror. Of course, he heard of him because he's hip. Yeah. But
with it.
they inspired him to stage dive. And if you can get him to stage dive, that's saying something.
Yes.
He's about 8 foot,
It's
500
also,
pounds.
it's also saying,
Somebody
Watch
got
out.
a
destroyed.
lot of bad luck for everyone in the front row. Took everybody out.
I was watching him, and a girl pushed him from behind. I think she might have either pushed him or punched him in the back
yeah,
of the
I
head.
saw
I
There it
forget.
is.
He's wearing a. You can tell because he's wearing a hippie hat and a wizard T-shirt.
No, it's a fisherman hat.
This weird is
that shit is hippie as hell.
Yeah, it is.
Actually, his hat fell off, and I ran out and this is the last song. I ran out and grabbed it, or no, whatever the last song was in stage. I grabbed the hat and put it in my pocket and saw him looking for it. He was so bummed out that he lost it.
Yeah, I got to sing the last song with Scott. at this,
Yeah, but then you pushed out, and we were gonna put that on the 3rd or 4th or 7th supplemental disc, and you didn't want it on there.
Well, it's not that I didn't want it on there. It's just,
You didn't want it on there.
no.
If I had been singing along, I would have put it on there.
Well, it was like, I don't know.
Yeah, if Anthem would have been out there, it would have
Yeah.
been on the cover.
I don't. This is, I don't like ringing my own bell here. This is their moment to shine. Let them.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I give back, Dave. You know
It's
what
commendable.
I'm saying?
That's commendable.
Some of these guys are in First Blood. Be sure to check them out on the 2nd disc and 3rd and 5th. Great band. Terror.
Yeah.
Let's hear it for Terror. It's a good band. Good dudes. Good band.
Good times.
Crazy antics on the road.
The greatest place in the whole world,
East Coast.
East Coast.
Jersey band.
Fuck you.
You're a little late.
This was the like.
Huh?
I've heard of the Bouncing
Welcome
Souls,
to
and
20 minutes ago.
I've heard their songs on the radio or wherever else before, but this was actually the first time I actually got to check them out, and I liked them.
Me too. They give a definite positive vibe, and I really enjoyed them at Skate and Surf too. Yeah. Oh, whoa. Skate and Surf?
You know, I think we. Wow. It's funny that you say that, Doug, because I think we have a DVD coming out.
From Skate and Surf?
Yeah, we haven't mentioned it.
No, these guys have been around. They've been a band forever, and This is the first time I've seen them in like probably 6 or 7 years. But they used to screen print all their shirts and everything. They definitely come from a DIY background. And to see them around for this long, doing as good as they're doing, is awesome. And they're from
New Jersey.
East Coast.
Fuck you.
Huh?
From Mom to Ashes.
Is it raining there?
They are a Hellfest staple for the past 2 or 3 years. Did they play 2001?
Yes.
I think they did. I think
They did.
Played, did they play right before Earth Crisis?
No. Undying did. Hatebreed did.
I know how you get those two mixed up all the time, but
Hatebreed from Mom to Ashes, yeah.
Hey, man.
I think these guys could be one of the contributing factors to more drummers in hardcore bands singing.
Can I make the Bobby Brown mic comment again?
Sure, I'm waiting for it. Say it already.
What did we say last time? This is the second time we're doing the.
Commentary.
Yesterday we did the commentary.
2 days ago.
Go with it, guys. But
Yesterday.
But Anderson wasn't back from Europe, and we had an extra day sober.
And it was like 3 a.m.
No.
Fall.
That late?
We got done at 3:30.
Yeah. All right, so it was like 2 a.m. by the time we got to this thing.
Anthem had a little intermission nap between Saturday and Sunday.
I took a break. The commentary's hard.
Harder the second time.
It is.
Yeah, I'm tired of hearing the same things over and over again.
Thanks, Skip.
Whoa.
Who was that?
Whoa. This is the
on?
first
Who's
time I'm
over
hearing
there?
anything from you, Skip.
Yeah, well. And it'll be the last. Probably.
We have some footage that appears on their new video, so when you see the black and white after dinner payback video,
Think of us.
there's a lot of Tassangles in that.
Any
Damn right
Spangles?
there are.
No,
wait.
Spangles was in the hospital.
Oh, that's right. You weren't.
Pushing kidney stones.
That was the weekend without Doug.
The weekend without it was a sad weekend.
Pretty rough for me, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the weekend without Doug, but the weekend with Durr. So
That was the
Yeah,
weekend with
so-
Durr directing.
So it was bittersweet.
yeah,
How did you do as director?
I'm
He's
not
a bit
really.
tyrannical, but other than that,
I'm more of a deducer than a director. I like to think.
Durducer?
Yeah.
it's raining on stage, as you can see.
I know. I guess
Not
that's
right
dust. Little storm cloud over Busky's head floated onto the stage for.
Anger.
I don't think you said the Bobby Brown thing.
I think Busky had a good time this weekend. Busky.
Who knows?
Drew's phone is ringing.
He was all right.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
Thursday. It is
Speaking-
a pleasure to have these guys on the DVD. I'm
New Jersey.
psyched.
Of another Jersey band.
New Jersey is owning the timeline for Saturday.
Didn't
My Chemical Romance, Bouncing Souls, Thursday,
Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi.
Bruce
Bruce
Springsteen said it first.
Whoa.
Jinx.
That's 2 nickels.
Yeah, we can't say that. Asbury Park, which is home to Skate and Surf.
Ding, 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 ding.
Didn't we do a DVD?
Where were you?
Hey, Doug,
Red shirt. Drew.
didn't you go to school with the drumming?
As a matter of fact, I did. We had home ec class together. Great dude. Good to see him in a band that's doing well.
And wearing red.
And wearing red.
And a red drum set. Right? Is that red?
Yeah, actually it was blue and I just put some red gap tape on it so that it would match the motif of the DVD. It worked out. It was worth every ounce of sweat. Matt Dunn. Yeah.
Blistering.
It was a blistering stage time.
No sarcasm, please.
If I didn't have a camera in my hand, that would have been followed by an even better stage dive on top of his head.
Also, like to point out that the Thursday song was edited by their guitarist.
That's right.
Yeah.
We said that last time. I forgot about it this time. Yep. Steve took the footage, brought it into on his computer, and spit this out. He did a great job.
That's good.
He used the jib angle a lot, which I like. I wish we would have used it more. I think that we. No, I'm not. I think that after seeing the jib, we just got accustomed to it and didn't realize the awesomeness.
Well, I realize the awesomeness, but it's like you get paranoid when you do stuff like this because you always think you're overusing something, except for the drums. I have no problem using that as much as possible, but anything else just seems like, oh, I use that too much. I gotta break it up more, you know. But
I think you did a good job of the whole thing. Hey, Anderson.
Hey,
Good job,
you know,
Anderson.
hey,
You're not. Nobody's feeling you, I guess.
that's okay. I don't feel any of them.
I hope the people at home are clapping right now.
I'm always feeling Anderson. What?
In his underwear.
I don't,
Swapping
At home.
Swapping drives.
Who's the guy in the Hulk gloves?
that's Jeff Watkins, who
That's Bruce Banner.
I went to high school with his brother,
Syracuse.
and I went
You
to
did?
middle school with Jeff, and I've known
Who
Jeff.
else did you go to high school with?
Earth Crisis. Who
Who's
else? I don't know. I didn't go with a drummer because you did. So
Yeah. I could probably introduce you. I know how much you love drums.
it's true. To the drum set or to the drummer?
The set.
Okay. You seem the drum set looks kind of cool.
Definitely.
Gaff tape?
That was a great jib shot. Just the crowd writhing and passion.
That's the singer from My Chemical Romance on guest vocals. Correct?
That's right.
Another New Jersey band.
God bless.
Owning the time.
This is more or less a hard song to find, I guess.
It's released on like a 5-song EP now. So I don't know, but it's like a rarities CD. I've seen it. At least I saw it in Europe. I don't know if it's.
It was the last CD they put out on their label they were on before.
Yeah.
Ah.
There was 4 live songs and then this song,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
and then they signed to Island. So
That's right. Kids knew the words.
Yep.
Kids are owning the timeline. Someone went for it
Rubbing
there.
his head.
Give it a little shake.
Good job, Steve.
Good job, Steve.
Why are you at Hellfest?
To rock.
Pinch hitting for Sandy Koufax, Mandy Mota.
Sammy Cole?
Mota. Sandy Koufax.
I'm a distant relative of Sandy Koufax.
Good story. That sound effect is from what?
That is Big E yelling in a different shot. And I matched it because there was no sound coming from the baby, but she looked like she was really happy.
Skip put in a little sound clip coming up.
Oh, I was going to ask you to do that.
Yeah.
It's like a mosh pit in here.
Here we go.
It's like a mosh pit.
What's the best thing about Hellfest?
You can
Nice.
imagine
Yeah,
how.
Best thing, well, everybody else. they
Anderson
have to
edited
try
all
and
these
fit, and this is like a
montages
laid-back crowd, and
together
you
and
have to try and fit it.
He says
Made it
montages, I say clips. That's McKay.
That's
He's
not
new.
McKay. It's nothing new.
Here to see. A lot of people.
I don't know why you put that in there. That would have been. Who are you here to see?
I'm really thirsty.
A lot
A lot of people.
Philly native on the right there.
I like
Oh,
this guy. I like
good,
this guy. I like this guy.
Yeah, that-
Guys, what's
that dude's
going
from
on
Philly.
over here? Hellfest 2003.
Great
What's
shot.
up with the shirts?
Whoa, playing soccer.
It's my favorite.
It's Hellfest, not World Soccer Cup.
I like Big E because you can actually hear his thought process as he's speaking.
The entire Hellfest.
Skip hates that shirt.
We were trying to figure out who this dude on the right is. Do you know?
He looks familiar.
He does look familiar.
Were you here last year?
He's an international traveler. Dur, I noticed you put this shot in there. This is definitely questionable.
Poor girl.
No, she's
Totally violated. by
See, here's the
Dirk.
thing. You guys
My Chemical Romance shirt. So what I said earlier is
you
definitely
guys
true.
are just jaded dudes. She was having a good time, and I just thought I'd put her in. Because
You couldn't zoom in
well,
to her face.
I didn't. I was not bringing the camera, Doug.
Touche.
This is one of my favorite bands to comment on.
Who was operating the camera for the interviews?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because there was another someone that we. I think this was the second time we worked with him. His name was Benny B-Roll.
Benny B-Roll. Kelly.
What were you saying, Dave? Before you were interrupted?
What? Oh, you like to comment on this band?
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah,
Good
they are.
band.
This,
Entertaining.
this came at Busky's request, so Busky, if you're watching at home, I hope you're enjoying the footage.
We know you're at home.
This next one's for you.
Because you don't got no job.
Yeah.
We were ripping on him.
And the other one?
On Busky.
On the last?
No, on this one.
Or not.
All right. His name's come up a few times.
Well, he's an international traveler.
He is.
Just got back from Europe.
International traveler, sign your passport, international traveler.
I told that story like 8 times while I was over in Europe.
That's a good one. Did you tell him that I said that I filled it up? That's why.
Yeah.
Comeback kid representation. I think Dave's sleeping. Somebody wake him up.
I'm awake. I'm here.
These guys are in Face Down Records. If you have a chance to buy anything from Face Down Records, take that chance.
You guys feeling it.
That dude almost was feeling the
Belly
jib platform
flop.
to the face. I thought there were gonna be a lot more fatalities with that. We had a little stage set up right out off the other stage. I thought someone was definitely gonna get pierced. Surprisingly, no, like there weren't a lot of fights or scuffles or anything at this Hellfest, which is
there never really has been.
no.
The kids are just there to have fun.
And the security guys are huge.
Yeah.
Eh.
And there's a police presence.
Yeah. Well, I think that it's just an overall good vibe.
Just wait till Hellfest is in Jersey. Kids are getting clobbered.
Wow.
Get the cameras ready, baby.
Yeah. Call up our boys over at Boston Beatdown to come.
Dave,
They could do the supplemental 8th disc.
this is you, Dave.
Do you know anything about these guys?
Yes,
Anthem?
I do.
Here comes the money shot. Booyah. That was a guap. Oh wait, was that a Dave? I can't tell the two apart.
One's north, one's south.
That's funny. I was at this band's first band practice ever. They were absolutely atrocious, doing covers, and now they've
Atrocious.
escalated to superstar status. These
The
guys are a
ringing
great
endorsement.
band, and used to hang out with that guy in a parking lot a lot. That's the drummer from Prayer for Cleansing, playing guitar. He's not in the band. But
In the South, there isn't much to do but hang out in a parking
yeah,
lot.
we do a lot of hanging out in parking lots, and these guys were professionals at it, and now they're professional musicians. So it's good to see them doing what they love to do. And speaking of Prayer for Cleansing, you might find a High Roller DVD release of that.
Plug.
Whoa. It was
Plug.
plug. Prayer DVD. Buy it.
Also,
That'd be great.
I'm sure some of you might have seen it. We did a video on the Trustkill site that was just like the CD version to the song, I think.
Edited.
That's some other
Edited.
footage from another show.
Yeah, that you and Doug did, right?
I wasn't there.
Robbie
was there.
But as we were stating earlier, we don't know. We never found the tape from Robbie's
That's
angle.
right. I
Remember?
had your angle. That's right. Are you sure it was Dave?
No, I'm positive
No, I
it was
wasn't
Robbie.
there.
We were joking that we, instead of a camera, we handed Robbie a shoebox. Here you go, man. Knock him
Camera
out.
I didn't
obscura.
notice.
I played FIFA soccer against some of these guys, and they are absolute pros. You think you're good. These guys are real good. They use, like, every single button, like, to the best of their advantage.
It depends what year they're playing, though. Like 2004, I think I've
It
achieved.
was 2003.
Yeah, I think I've achieved legendary status in 2004. Almost to my.
I can smoke you in 2003, though. Admit it.
No, 2002. 2002.
Okay, that's right. 2002.
2003, we were pretty much even matched. 2001.
Boring. 2001 is
That's
out
That's
of
mine.
control.
That's mine. That was ridiculous. Just bicycle kick mania.
These guys had their drums stolen from them. Where
All
was
their
that?
equipment.
dude?
Twice, even, wasn't it?
Their laptops, their equipment.
Yeah, but I sent this footage to some police department. I think it was in Detroit or something, because this guy has custom-made drums from, I forget the manufacturer, but they're like one of a kind. And as a good end to the story, I believe they were found, thanks to my footage. And clues. I was
High
able
Roller
to.
does not only do DVDs. They
That's
also-
right.
they
You might
also
see
help-
this on an
They're,
episode of
crime
Cops.
fighters.
America's Most Wanted.
So
Yeah.
if you're in this video and you lost a hat or something like that, just
me know.
email us and we'll send you the footage of it, and hopefully we can recover that hat for you.
Email us at CSI@HighRollerStudios.com.
I'll set that shit up.
Done.
I'll set that shit up.
Damn straight.
You better after this.
By the time the kids get this DVD, that will be an email address.
This tape smells like shit.
Stop sniffing it.
I don't think tape's really meant to be smelled.
Yeah.
Comes the moment.
There is a moment here.
There's a moment.
Here we go.
Hey,
this is
Tim
another
Moore's moment.
A
Tim
crotch
Moore's
grab
Jib
moment.
moment.
Crowd
Huh?
interactions.
Oh,
Tim
yeah.
Moore's moment.
Dude definitely
Oh.
gets his crotch grab.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
You
Look
talk.
at that.
You know.
Whoa,
Sing- the
that's
singer
a
Crotch grab.
Oh, I never saw that
X-rated
before.
moment.
Did it?
Okay, here's Tim Bohr of Face the Music, who we share an office with, was watching this band. This is a band that Nick Storch books, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who also works at Face the Music. Tim Bohr was watching this band, and he knew instinctively, just from watching this moment and watching the jib, that there was a moment that was captured in time. And it's questionable whether or not Tim Bohr was drinking when this moment was going on.
Or insert.
Influenced
Yeah.
to some degree. But he definitely had a moment. Maybe it was to himself or to anyone else, but
He had a few moments this weekend.
he did.
Getting punched in the back of the head by a girl was probably one. This being another.
Getting hassled by some sheriffs about his barbecue.
Oh, yeah. Tim's barbecue style was awesome. They're like, you can't barbecue here. It's like, it's 4th of July. Like, all barbecue laws are null and void on July 4th.
I had
So
a
then he's like,
moment.
okay, we won't barbecue anymore. As soon as the golf court pulls away, the briquettes are lit again, and the pork is dripping.
I had a moment with Tim Boyd.
you tell about your moment.
Sleeping in a hotel, like after 2 days of 14 hours of work. I don't have a job, so I'm just kind of tired. And this dude walks in. I never met him, and he's how tall is he? Like 6'5".
I said 8 foot earlier.
8'9". Walks in like. I guess he was at a party and he forgot where his car was or something. He walks in and I kind of just like peeked my eye open and saw this huge man walk into this hotel room. I was like, who the hell is that? And he just like basically walked from the door to the window and fell on the floor and passed out. I guess he's with us. I went back to sleep.
I like to think that you're under your covers, peeked out, saw Tim, and went right back under.
That's what I did.
Help me.
I just kind of like
Oh my God.
turned the other way.
I love your movies. These guys, he gets taken out there. These guys were insane. I think they played 2002 too.
Yeah.
2-2.
I think I forgot they played against somebody, like, because in 2002, unfortunately, the way they had it set up, bands had to play at the same time.
Not a good idea.
And I think they played against American Nightmare or somebody. I remember it was,
Who?
Give Up the Ghost. They played against somebody that had a crazy response, and only like 20 kids watched them, I think, last year. Because they sent a song out, like, this goes out to all the kids that watched us last year at Hellfest. So,
Nice. Well, they had a lot more than 20 kids watching.
yeah, they had a
this year.
really huge response. Probably one of the bigger of the weekend, I think.
He had a great stage dive off the monitor platform too.
And he lost his shoe.
Did he play the rest of the set without it?
Yeah, he took off the.
You'll notice him at the end of the set with no shoes on.
The thing is, it really was bothering me for a while because he played for a little while with just one shoe, and that just kind of like upset me because
You're waiting for the other shoe to fall, maybe.
maybe, yeah.
Waiting for the shoe to drop.
That's what I just said.
I was
jackass.
on edge the whole time waiting for that shoe to drop.
God, is he just gonna play the rest of the set like that?
Sweating over it. Come on.
See, there's the shoe on the ground. You see the shoe?
Ah.
Okay.
So he didn't really lose it.
It fell.
It fell off.
Or was that the second? Or,
Now see now he's
there it is.
now he's got one shoe on, one shoe off. I was so nervous.
Anxious.
Yeah.
Uneasy.
Just waiting the whole
These
time.
guys are all over the place. Very exciting, man.
I was standing behind the drummer and decided to leave about 3 seconds before the end of the last song. And as I was walking out, I looked back, and one of the guitar players decided to jump into the drummer. And both of
During
them,
this song?
No, during the last song.
Oh.
And both of them fell off the riser. And I could have been hurt really bad. But
Oh,
decided
thank
to
God.
stay. I may not have been here during this concert.
The drummer must not have known it was the end of the song. You must have been going with the video sync that we're looking at right now.
Singer had a little Mick Jagger thing going on during this song, I think.
Too bad you have a little Anderson thing going on.
Yeah. Well, it happens.
Yep, socks.
He's got two shoes missing.
No. It looks like he's wearing 2 white loafers, but those are socks, Drew.
It's Miami Vice shoes or something.
Yeah, it is. Where's Tubbs?
Tubbs.
That was a way homer.
Yeah, it was. Just took a moment to go through the stuff.
One of the biggest responses I think I saw at Hellfest was these guys.
Let's reiterate that point one time.
What was that?
Oh, there's the back.
Yeah, you
Sorry.
missed that. We didn't get a good shot of it, but like this dude did a reverse front.
Oh, yeah.
So wait,
A
back.
reverse backflip.
That looks good on a
Otherwise known
diving
as
board, but
That's a front flip.
yeah.
Front flip. Here it is.
Who was camera on that? Was that Denise?
Yeah, you can tell by the herky
Yeah.
jerky.
Yeah, she gets the angles.
Dangles.
Ah,
I was on the other side, still worried about the
I don't
sneaker.
think you can say that.
What'd you say?
You know how we call Spangenberg angles spangles?
Yeah.
He just said she gets the dangles because her name is Denise. That's not right.
Too close to
You got to take
Dingleberry.
risks, man. I'm telling you, that's what this is all
I'm a
about.
risk
You gotta-
taker.
Yeah, I
jump
like
out
the
and do
risk,
it.
but it
Like,
didn't.
like in Risk versus Rewards, baby.
Hey, well, see,
Heat.
now we're taking risks within risks, and it's just too much.
We need the George Costanza risk management book on tape.
Yeah.
Stretch Armstrong, good posse band.
Go for it, Dave.
Been around a really long time from South Carolina. These guys have pretty much defined this genre for the last couple of years. And toured with a lot of big bands. Rancid,
Good Charlotte.
Good Charlotte, yeah. Doing really well. About the nicest guys you'll probably meet.
They
in hardcore.
played the Wachovia Center. You know that? In Philly?
They were in
That's
Europe
awesome.
when we were in Europe. Yeah. Played one of the bigger fests.
I'm sure they were drawing all your fans away from.
They're now currently on tour with Terror in Between the Berry and Me.
Oh, that's right.
It's a made
And their headline.
made PETA 2 tour. Yeah.
Yeah, by the time this comes out, that tour won't be going around.
That tour.
Good job. Good job.
It's a good stat.
Yeah.
Stat. If you're marking this at home,
You're a tour keeper.
I remember I missed these guys because I was filming Daughters on the second stage.
which is pure hilarity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real good performance. Interesting.
Once again, sarcasm.
No.
It sounds like
no sarcasm at all.
Come on.
Come on.
If you're interested,
Even that sounds like.
if you're interested, these guys do a pretty good video of this, professionally done by some guys, and you might see me in it.
Oh Jesus! You are in that video.
Anthem.
About half a
Were
dozen
you one of the
times.
people giving a can of food?
I did give a can of food.
Yeah, but
These guys-
Anthem gives like dog food or something. I'm not giving anything that I would eat.
I don't have any.
Just something that's in his mom's cupboard.
But these guys are great because not only do they play in a good band and spread a positive message, but they also do shows in South Carolina and still maintain a really tight connection with the kids down in South Carolina. So, and they're school teachers too.
Yeah,
So
they're awesome.
they're helping out the community in a million different ways. I can't say enough good things.
All
about
around
this
great guys.
Great band, great guys, great message.
band. Great song. That's it.
We still got a few more seconds, Dave.
Well, the one dude is wearing a bandana, so he's got that going for him too.
And the other guy's wearing a To Die For shirt.
Very nice.
Wow.
Friends of ours now.
To Die For put out a stretch signature
that's
stretch thing.
Peter
To Die For, great t-shirt company, fully backed by High Roller Studios. ToDieForClothing.com.
So the Locust, huh?
The Locust, not backed by any t-shirt company. These guys are definitely not the
Doing their own thing.
Yeah, they maybe aren't like the necessarily Hellfest material, but they had so many kids came, I think, just to see them, and they definitely brought a different element to the fest, which is much needed. I enjoyed these guys.
You know who the Locust fans are?
Yeah, because
they have,
they're killing
wings.
each other with cardboard swords
What's-
and goalie
They're wearing
masks.
tinfoil.
What's interesting is it kind of also shows you that you really shouldn't judge a book by its cover because you wouldn't really know it by their song titles, or you can't really understand what they're saying necessarily, or like what they're wearing. But like they're actually a very political oriented band. Or, like in their interviews, anytime you read anything about their interviews, they're very like well versed in their beliefs and very outspoken about it. So it's kind of interesting.
That's nice. There's some good angles going on here. That dude with the yellow scream face mask.
Looks fake.
Yeah. It's like a serial killer. Oh boy. A lot
guy
of
in the
weirdness
undies.
going on.
Hey, Dura, why don't you talk about like the highlights that you
Oh yeah, that's cool. They're on the second disc under highlights.
I made some highlight films. It's something that
We used to dance one and the overture thing.
Okay. Yeah, basically, I started doing that when I first learned how to edit. I just would take like weird songs.
No.
What?
Talk about the first video you ever
First
edited.
video I ever edited. I don't want to steal Dillinger's thunder here.
No, yeah, let's talk about that. during the
Another
credits.
great New Jersey band.
Skip's favorite band.
A lot of New Jersey bands on here.
Liam though of Philadelphia,
Oh,
formerly of Cross Street.
Oh wait,
he did live across street. That's right.
Yeah.
Dillinger, we're doing a DVD.
That's right. We're putting together a bing 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 bing. We're putting together a little supplemental DVD for their Miss Machine LP. I think the first 50,000 records come with a DVD, so pick it up on time.
One thing these guys usually have been reputed to do is they have like a spitting fire kind of thing going on.
Remember
And
the
yeah,
first
that's what I was
time-
gonna talk
yeah,
about.
yeah.
The first time, one of the first things I ever did with Doug, we shot
Professionally.
Professionally, sort of. We shot them at the Rotunda in Philadelphia, which is like this abandoned church, and
The first Rotunda.
yeah. And I remember I was shooting on Ben's side, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna stand here. Is that cool? It's like, yeah, just be careful. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Like, thinking like, yeah, he's gonna go off.
I'm
whatever.
Anderson Bradshaw. I've been to shows.
Yeah, I know the deal. You guys are a sick band, whatever. I had no idea that there was like
How
flammable, things involved with this. And then I'm sitting there, and then they play the last song, and that happens. That thing happens, and it happens right next to my face.
I remember looking over at you. I was like, oh man, that was a good camera too.
Yeah.
Is that why you don't have any
That was a
eyebrows?
great
Yeah. So my eyebrows have been gone ever since, and like, it was really weird. But
We've shot them a bunch of times.
yeah,
This is
it's maybe the
These
first time
guys-
we've actually put them on something
Yeah.
out of all the times we shot them.
unfortunately, yeah.
Their performance this year from this Hellfest was great.
The lights made it.
Last
They
year
also
was awesome too.
they also had a couple cover songs they played. One of which,
Yeah.
more favorite song of mine, a Nine Inch Nails song, and I was recording the audio, and I supposedly had a crew of people help me with the audio. They were all
Who are
watching.
they? Who are they? You can call them out. Go ahead.
Sean Vanderpool, Josh Klein. I think those are the two guys supposed to be helping me.
Yeah.
And
Josh, I don't know who Josh
Splithead
is.
Klein?
Oh, Splithead, yeah.
he works for Facing Music now.
Go on. Hurry
So
up. They're done.
they're doing the cover. I'm inside the van recording. Afterwards, everyone's like, "Hickey, where were you for that? That was like your thing." Oh, I was recording. Thanks, guys.
Salt in the wound.
Yep. I'll never forget that.
They also
You
covered one of
sons of
my
bitches.
favorite songs by Justin Timberlake.
This
Which
was
one? Rock Your Body?
Which one is it called? I don't know the name of it, but
He doesn't like
But
the
it's
song.
his favorite.
He's lying.
Senorita.
Yeah. Oh, it's one of my favorite songs.
Download
What's
it.
it called? Oh, I don't know.
He's got the MP3.
This was the last song I edited. That's
Was
right.
it?
It was the last one.
Oh, because this was like the last edition.
Yep.
CKY, this is their second year playing Hellfest.
First year on the DVD.
First year on the DVD. Very excited to have them on. Wish we could have got them last year, but short-sighted. We didn't film them. Should've. They had a great reaction last year.
And pushed off the stage.
And punked. And not Ashton Kutcher style.
I like the black and white.
Oh, it's great. You kidding me? That's
No, I'm
awesome.
serious.
Go ahead, Robbie. Are you kidding me?
that's awesome.
I was telling these guys, I'm gonna miss the roof of this place. Very industrial looking. Skip, you're gonna miss the roof because it's so high. Oh, wait a minute, Rexplex is just as high.
Instead of the roof, you're gonna have a paintball area.
Yeah, and probably some kind of weird like New Jersey Champions 1994 stuff hanging from the ceiling.
New Jersey will be representing no matter what.
I'll tell you what, AstroTurf is gonna be a lot better than that dust. Although the dust looks good on video, it's not too good for the gear and mechanisms.
Or my lungs.
Yeah. Do you remember taking the camera off of the jib the last day? Like, I took the air blower, and it was just like huge cloud. Disgusting. Coming back from Hellfest is just one of the nastiest experiences. Black boogers and coughing up bullshit.
Driving RVs through the middle of the night.
Sleeping in
Falling
RVs.
asleep.
Sleeping at the wheel.
Yeah.
Somehow I was able to fall asleep though. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah, because if you figure you're gonna die, you want to die in your sleep.
Yeah.
Wait, weren't you driving?
One thing that's been lacking from High Roller Studios for a long time is
Yeah.
Jim Obermeyer.
I'd like to say that we missed that guy. He brought a lot to the table, not necessarily editing
professionally or anything.
or camera
Just fun.
wise. He just
fun.
brought an element of fun and a beard that wouldn't quit.
Yeah.
CKY, we stole a little bit of their thunder, but it's great to have him on the DVD. That G.G. Allen cover was blistering. And that's it. That's the
That was
DVD.
it?
You can check out a lot more features on the second disc. There's a lot of good bands that need your attention, deserve your attention. Some extras that Anderson edited to some funny music.
Yeah, check it out.
I think that's some of your best work right there, is taking things that were serious and making them not so serious.
That's
People
what I'm
were
all
dancing
about.
for real.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Here
Trying to
we
own
go.
it.
Here's my audio help listed on the screen now.
Barbecue
guys.
Tim Bohr. That's
Yeah.
nice.
I was gonna put barbecue, but
That's too much.
and now we've been too much.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you read that?
Well, my
It's
eyes
too
are
far.
shot. It's for me. But I'm
So thanks to everybody who helped out. There's a lot
Yeah.
of people that deserve a lot of credit, and they're getting it on the right there.
Abe Froman.
Yeah, Abraham Froman.
He's been with us seriously from the beginning. I can't really stress. He doesn't like doing commentaries because he's really just, I don't know.
He's not a talker.
He's not a talker. He's not a talker.
He's a doer.
He's a doer. That's what it is. And
But seriously, none of the animations and none of the title screens or anything could be done without him. He works hard, doesn't ask for much.
yeah, it's like, I mean, since he moved from Chicago to here, it's just been a delight to have him here with us.
Delicious sausages.
All right, let's not talk about him anymore because he's not that great. But
Okay.
moving on. Thanks to all the bands that were a part of this and all the labels, managers, and lawyers that helped out immensely. Thanks to Matt Toby for starting a project. Not finishing it, but he started it. I'm not dissing him. He's in the
Jeff.
Army now. He's defending the country.
Steve Jeff helped out.
Steve Jeff helped out.
One hot minute.
Sean helped out.
Half a second.
Dur, this is really some of your best stuff. A lot of this stuff is untouched by me. I just put two and two together, and Anderson put it together as far as editing and the concept and everything. So,
Cool. Hey.
to Anderson, to Mike and Paponi for mixing the audio. Mike Hickey.
Hey, sure, why not? Drew,
Dave
thoughts,
Anthem.
comments.
This is.
Oh.
I kind of hopped in on the middle of this DVD production,
completely throw me
and
for a loop here.
I had a great time doing it. And I'm just really glad to be a part of it.
I'd like to thank Drew too, because capturing is such a time-consuming part of this whole process.
Literally.
No, I'm serious. I'm not even.
Hickey always laughs at shit that you
Capturing.
thinks is dissing, and he makes it like 10
Oh
times
yeah.
worse.
I'm not dissing. This is serious. Like
No, I know.
it's seriously like it's the shittiest part of doing this, but it also takes the most time, I think. And like I don't know, I was really glad. Like it really helped me out a lot that Drew came aboard to help me do this. So thank you so much, Drew.
No problem.
Drew went from intern to part-time employee, so
I think we're about to get interrupted here.
it's pretty commendable. We've never had an intern.
To winner of the first high roller.
To the winner of the
won
first
the
High
High
Roller
Roller
Olympics, which is a race to the UPS box.
My legs are killing me.
After being thrown in a bush.
I'm like,
After being thrown in a bush, which is pretty
By Dave
commendable.
Anthem.
yeah.
Also-
I got scratches on my back from that.
Also, I'd like to thank Robbie for coming in and helping now. He went from cameraman to lowly paid grunt worker.
All-around good guy.
To all-around good guy. You'll see more of his work on the next few DVDs we're working on. As well as Drew and Dave and hopefully some other people. But that's the end of the DVD. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to watch the second band. All the performances, interviews, and whatnot. That's about it.
That's it. Thank you very much.
Anderson, tell your mom to stop emailing me.